The time is 3:34 p.m., July 21st, 2025. The construction is so heinous today, and the mufflers that with the air conditioner, big old air conditioner roaring and raging in my window here of my bunker, my fans going, name it, it doesn't block out. The Mexican drug cartel, this is all it is. This is all that they are. This is all that we do in the capital of the United States. The Mexican drug cartel with African American domestic terrorists, which the country and world knows very well after witnessing on video evidence how many of the African American domestic terrorists kept barging into this house, okay? So they came as construction. They've been here since about 8 a.m. and it's been hell on earth. There was no fucking ever even dreaming of even saying one word about it online, and all I could do was shelter in place. With the cartel, with the U.S. domestic terrorists came the Japanese military, the evil Russian military, and the evil U.S. military. So that was my primary focus and concern. They made themselves apparent, the evil military, at about 7:30 a.m. when chemical weapons warfare just bursted out in here. And I went like a rotating door, just racing for my life to go to the bathroom from chemical weapons poisoning. I went to the bathroom 3 different times, over and over and over again, screeching in pain, grabbing at my body, absolutely indescribable, horrific pain I have to go through in here every time they fill up this place with chemical weapons gas. All of those poisonings occurred when I was in this room, okay? As for any more of the screeching in pain, grabbing at my body, gushing all the poison out, hair loss, bleeding gums, blurred eyes, rashed out face, every single symptom a person could have has been put through chemical exposure and chemical poisoning. I have it, but I cannot, no matter how much I have all these poisonings, the pain, the tear, how permanent these memories of each and every poisoning is. I can't talk about it on the internet, not as far as the date. As I stated in this report, the sound machine has to be on. That is what you hear. It is because of the absolute indescribable noise that the drug cartel and the U.S. African American domestic terrorists are making today. It's egregiously illegal, but this is the city. They have a terrorist compound, and they keep sending in the most disgusting, brutal thugs to fight for it. Might I add, the Ukrainian mob are just as disgusting and brutal as the Mexican drug cartel. So let's not get distracted with race. The Ukrainian mob, by looking at them, if you look at Eastern European mobsters, just do that for me. Please do that task instead of me describing me, making you see this. I don't think I need to do that, okay? If you look at an Eastern European mafioso guy, just go access the information. You'll see what I'm talking about. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I say that they put them in Ukrainian military uniforms. They loaded up the Eastern European mob and they dressed them all literally in Ukrainian uniform military. They gave them all military uniforms, and they put a couple of them in serious power in the country of England. One of them is literally a mobster. He looks like what he is, and he's in power. I gotta turn this up, it's so loud, this is impossible here. He's in power in the embassy of England, which gets bombed very badly. London does. All right, so I just had to turn it up. It's so fucking out of control here. The noise is indescribable. So this is the day before I go to the court date, okay? They sent in all their thugs, just fucking disgusting thugs. I know after witnessing that the African American and the white U.S. domestic terrorists and the Mexican drug cartel, along with the hijab, cannibal hijabs, but I know after witnessing this that these groups cannibalize. So we have the Middle Eastern terrorist group. Yes, I've emphasized like a broken record, they cannibalize, but the ones that keep coming back when the Middle Eastern terrorists were driven out because they don't have a gang of hijabs that cannibalize running up and down the street anymore. It was drug cartel Latin that cannibalizes without any doubt. It's all happened until Gwendolyn Ball died, and then when she died, they kept cannibalizing in here. And ever since that day, the people I can identify that did it are the white domestic terrorists and the drug cartel with a gang of African American ones. So they cannibalize here, there's no doubt about that. They had the stench of burning remains going up and down in the backyards for 2 fucking straight days until they got a handle on that. And that was the construction guys that are here today. They readjust and fix and make better through construction. There are areas where they literally cook human remains. They do, yes, burn the human remains, burn the evidence, but this is not that. I'm a witness to every single thing they do here. This is literal ingesting of organs and tissues, that of which is human. They eat human remains, okay? Last time I say it. To anyone who hears this in England, don't act surprised that you're bombed. Come on. All right, a lot of the people who are men and some women that could look anyone in the face and say, yeah, I helped save Heidi's life here. They were from England. They're from the military there. The military in England has to bomb their own country. It's exactly like the United States. So don't look at me like you're a dum-dum surprised that London gets bombed. Okay? Okay. They bomb their own country, they have to. And they have to kill a lot of the people in the monarchy and their parliament. They have to kill them for treason. I've told you that. They do it very gallantly, where they have a very old style of doing it. It's a very old country, and they walk them down with all the stuff and things. I can't describe it anymore. I don't have words to do it. I lost command of the English language after living here in a terrorist cell. I'm not living, it's not living, that is the wrong word. I'm held hostage. So the day before the court, they sent in massive drug cartel and U.S. African-American domestic terrorists. They surrounded it. It's going up all the way to 16th construction. It's going up all the way to 15th construction, every house. And I heard them come in. They go in one house, bam, and then they go in the next house, bam. And they make all this incredible noise. And they go into the street of 15th, bam, and they signal to each other. I know how they work. I've been doing this for years here. So they were just making incredible noise. You could hear it. Now, as far as the good military, I can't say a word. But what I am to report with a few minutes here, I want to cram this in 13 minutes, is there was chemical warfare that is just so indescribably terrifying and horrifying and painful. That took place, and so I knew, okay, the Japs, the Russians, all these fucking creeps are here. The U.S. psychos are here. They're deranged vets, every single one of them. They're deranged military personnel. They're all here. They're gassing these fucking thugs. But the thugs never lightened up. They just got louder and louder and louder. And they increased their volume of how many thugs they brought. They brought so many thugs here, they need a portal party. It's fucking astounding. They're all up and down the street. It's literally a freaking spectacle. They're just everywhere, dude. All these sweaty, disgusting men. These men I'm talking about do nothing but pimp and beat women. They pimp them. They sell them. You know, they think they're worthless. Pimp them. They're sweaty. They're gigantic. They just beat them to death, chop them up, and they eat them. That's what I've witnessed here. Then they have their women that eat them too, but the women always get it. They always kill the women and eat them. So it's a weaker sex thing. I'm not making this shit up. It's all it's about. So yeah, you should be concerned. This kind of group is trying to vie and struggle to vie for power, vying for power, trying to take power of the United States, dude. You should be concerned, dude. Yeah, you should. Okay, damn right you should be. So also this whole house, I went downstairs one time when I was allowed. I can't say when, it's so fucking serious, dude. The entire staircase, the entire first floor is engulfed, stench level 1 through 5, a 4 of a chemical explosive weapon. This is another milestone, M-I-L-E, milestone for stunning. My jaw was on the floor. You can't go in anywhere. I can't say where I went, but you can't. I did. I went around. You can't go anywhere downstairs without being engulfed and in the omnipresence of an explosive weapon. The front door is lemon fresh, and the front door has a chemical stench. Completely different than all over on the first floor and all over on the staircase. It's exactly like after that bomb maker came and assembled the bomb on Facebook. There's 2 chemical stenches going. One functions at the front door where that gate is, where he assembled the bomb. And then the whole rest of the house reeks even stronger. What I believe is the primary explosive device, and it's just riveting. And then all these thugs are going up and down the street, and they're all over 15th. Now, I want to add to the public, they're all over 15th on top of that tunnel, the military tunnel that goes up and down 15th, where all the town's gay men had a parade and walked up and down the street right over it. They have a tunnel. God told me to apologize to gay men because I do have a bit of a problem with them, because the gay men in D.C. do nothing but try to kill women on legal and historical fact. That is what gay men have to actually apologize to me for, and gay men as a group on the planet need to correct. And if they don't, then they have a terrible rep that they're going to try to have to live with the rest of their lives. I would suggest you look, I'm making some corrections with how in the United States you did nothing but try to kill women. And I was one of them. So they did their little parade, the town, Washington, D.C. town gay men did their parade in June right over that military fucking tunnel. And then they have right now, it's got to be at least 100 fucking thugs up and down the street and on 15th. They have right now, they're African American and they're drug cartel. They're very Hispanic. They're very Espanol. I doubt they speak English. They're all over on top of that tunnel on the street. It's also the weapon system, the Russian weapon system, right? Okay, we know that. I've made that clear. And they're all up and down from point A to point B, 15th to 16th, hundreds. It's got to be at least 100 altogether at these locations. Just in every fucking house. They're in every house from 15th here, all the way till you get to the corner where the tunnel is on 15th and S. There's a fucking drug cartel, very heavily Espanol, cannibal man. That's what they do. They eat human remains with their African-American domestic terrorists. There's probably a gang of white guys too, but it's heavy African-American, heavy Espanol. And then you have them in every house and they're just raising fucking hell. They're going through all the houses with all their construction. Oh, fuck, it's unbelievable. And it's right before the court date. And inside of this house, 1509 S Street Northwest, there is a explosive weapon so strong, it's stench 4 out of 5, and it's everywhere on floor 1. There's nowhere on floor 1, not any room, that you cannot just be stunned how strong it smells. And nowhere on the stairs, but the 2 different chemical smells are going again, just like that time the man manufactured it. You got the main chemical smell in the front door where he put down that rug to conduct the current of IED charges, and then you have the other stench of the primary, I believe, explosive device, which is all over. It's an exact copy of last time, and it's all over. I couldn't say a word about it. And then this morning they had the chemical warfare racing me in and out like a rotating door. I gotta race. I'm being poisoned. And then on top of that, there's been dead fucking reeking bodies. When I go in the bathroom, dead reeking bodies. Now I'm forbidden from saying what I did in the bathroom, but it's so bad, you just feel like you're in Jacob's Ladder and there's no hope. And you're literally smelling the most disgusting human remains. And I'm literally going to court the following day over this house, over a fake owner, over a man that never died. Forget about it. And when that Thelma Hogue was here, this house had multiple, not one, multiple dead corpses for multiple days. And she's on video the whole time. Goodbye.